everybody.
I'm Melanie Willis.
And I'm Amanda Wares. And we welcome you again to the Homeschool Show, brought to you by North Carolinians for Home Education.
Now, our desire is to help you homeschool with confidence and joy.
Absolutely.
So, welcome to the second episode of Season 4.
Yes. So today we want to remind you again about the upcoming Moms Retreat. If you missed our first episode of Season 4, we talked a lot about the Moms Retreat and went to detail of why.
Watch that.
It's awesome. So go back if you missed it and catch up. And it'll tell you all the things why it's amazing.
Yes. And it really is.
It really is. So then you still have time. Time is not up. You can go to the website, NCHE.com, look under the events tab, and register. You have until
October 24th.
There you go. So you don't want to miss out. It really is a wonderful time.
So I hope y'all have had a great week in between here. And Amanda, you didn't talk last week about your brand new grandbaby, so I think we need to talk about that.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited. It's wonderful. My oldest daughter, who got married about 1.5 years ago, blessed my life and my husband's life with a new grandson last week. So
really enjoying all the pictures.
Oh, he is just so sweet. And, a lot of people have said over the years how wonderful being a grandparent is. And it's true. It really is wonderful. I love my children. Love my children.
Oh, yes.
But this grandbaby thing, it's a whole nother level. So, yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot. It's awesome.
So this week, we really want to discuss with you all the things that NCHE has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Our website has a lot of information on it to help you through all of your homeschooling journey. Everything from how to get started and field trips and webinars and all the information for next year's Thrive Conference. And you can go back and listen to all the recordings from the past Thrive conferences.
Oh, those are so amazing.
I love them.
A lot of times when people come to Thrive and maybe they just don't know how wonderful the workshops are, the talks, they are really something for everyone.
Yeah,
so really I encourage you go back and look. You can find a topic for really anything that you want to know about related to homeschooling or parenting or even marriage. There's just something for everyone.
Yeah, I've been going for years and years and years to Thrive. It still always surprises me how amazing these speakers are. And so I listen to the talks all year long. Yes. And they're just really fantastic.
Yes. And that kind of leads to being a member and why it's so great, because one of the member benefits that I think we talked about in the last episode is that if you become a member at the level 2 membership, then you get a curated set of those workshops, and they are really just wonderful. Such a great benefit.
I think you get 5 recordings.
I think you do. 5 of them. It's such a great value. There's also so many other benefits to being a member with NCHE. You get, like we talked about last time, the mentoring, which is so wonderful. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I, as a young, new homeschool mom, really wished that I had a more experienced homeschool mom or dad to sit down with and just ask my questions.
Yes.
And that's what we have for you. The mentoring program is wonderful.
If you were like I was when I was younger and starting out, I actually was afraid to ask the questions.
Very true.
So don't be afraid to ask the questions, and we are here to help answer all those questions. So definitely sign up, get your membership, and use that free session. Don't pass that up because it's so valuable.
Absolutely. You also get the Greenhouse magazine. I think I talked last time about how much I love the Greenhouse magazine. As a member, you get several different issues a year, and there are just wonderful articles, really encouraging information. And
the pretty graduation pictures.
The pretty graduation pictures, which I think is so fun just to see, all these homeschool graduates. And when you're just starting out, it feels like, oh, this will never happen. And being able to see kind of the other end of the spectrum is so neat. And then there's also early access for NCHE members to the field trips. So a lot of times these field trips sell out.
Yes, yes.
And so as a member, you get that access early to make sure you get a spot. So that's really valuable.
And we're going to talk about those field trips a little bit later on in this episode.
Yes, we are. You also, as a member of NCHE, you get to participate in graduation, which we love. We also have scholarships for our seniors, and that is, again, just for NCHE members can apply for those scholarships. There's just a lot. Other special discounts. There's so many benefits.
Yeah, it's a lot. You really have to get out there on the website and look at what there is to offer. You just go to the main website and scroll about halfway down, and there's a little join. And when you go there, it lists off all the benefits to being a member and joining with us as we do this wonderful homeschooling life.
Exactly.
Because it's really worth it. And you had mentioned the graduation, being eligible to join in on the graduation ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And so years and years and years ago, when I first started coming to Thrive, the first 2 years, I went with another woman that was experienced.
Okay.
And all she did, though, was go to the book fair, which the book fair is phenomenal.
It
Absolutely.
is.
But I didn't realize then that there were all those talks to go to.
So true.
And so the first year that I found out that there were talks to go to, and she had left, and so I was there alone, and it was Saturday afternoon. I was waiting to go to a talk, and I saw all these graduates, because I didn't even know there was graduation ceremony.
Oh.
And so there's all these graduates getting ready in the middle of the main concourse there, and they have their parents with them. And I noticed something different about these students.
Mm.
I had been a public high school teacher.
Okay.
And I know the look in those students' eyes when they're graduating. And it's a great look because everybody's glad that they're graduating.
Sure.
But there was something different. And it really captured my heart because there was a different level of respect. There was a bond between the students and their families that I don't see in a public school high school graduation.
It's so true.
And it captured my heart immediately. And I remember sitting there and thinking, that's the look I want to get from my kids.
Oh.
I want my kids to look at me that way.
And
And I hope that we've kind of arrived there. I know with a couple of them, I think I see that look. So it's really, and it's a time I wouldn't have passed up anyway to be one-on-one with my kids for so long. But that graduation ceremony is probably the number one thing that kept me homeschooling when things got rough.
Yes. I encourage families. I usually talk to a lot of brand new homeschooling families, and I encourage them, if they can, to check out the graduation, because it really is so encouraging to see these families on the other end of their journey, and to see, like you said, that relationship, that bond between the families. It's just beautiful.
It's something that's irreplaceable.
It really,
absolutely.
really
So if you're ever at Thrive on Saturday afternoon, come on in.
Mm-hmm.
There's no charge. There's no tickets or anything like that.
Absolutely.
And it is wonderfully put together. It is a beautiful ceremony. I love it every year. It's one of my most favorite parts.
Me too.
Yeah. But there are so many wonderful things that NCHE has to offer. So we hope that you'll go out and check it out. And if you are not a member, be sure to join. It is absolutely worth it.
Yes.
So, Amanda, for the past several seasons of the Homeschool Show, you have done a segment called Homeschool Helps with Amanda.
Yes.
So tell me why you chose to do that and why that's so important to you.
Okay. So one of my biggest passions is to help other homeschoolers, homeschool moms, homeschool dads, homeschool grandparents, any of them. It is my favorite thing to be able to just answer questions, to be able to help people along this journey, because, sometimes it can be difficult. Sometimes it can be, and you might run into things that you just didn't know about. And as a part of my role on the board as Homeschool Helps Director, it just fits so perfectly to be able to address a lot of the things that homeschool parents are facing. And sometimes they don't want to ask those questions, and sometimes they do. So it just is a great way to answer those questions and really share in a broader audience to be able to just put it out there for everybody.
And so all of those segments are in the episodes from the past, but they're also in a separate YouTube file on our channel.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually just go to the homeschool help section on our YouTube page and see everything that was out there. Do you have like a favorite?
Oh, wow. So, okay. I always tell people that it is my spiritual gift to be a very public mess. Like, I do not have my life together at all. And some of those, and that is the case for my, my homeschool, my family, whatever. And we have dealt with over the years a lot of different challenges. And in some of those cases, we've dealt with a lot of mental health stuff. And I feel like that's something that people don't talk about, especially in the homeschool world. And so my favorite, probably the homeschool help segment that I like the best, is the one where I talked about mental health, that how to deal with mental health challenges in your kids and in your own self as a homeschool parent.
That's so important.
It is. And people really just don't talk about it enough. So that was my favorite.
Well, and I think that we all have so many different life experiences that happen. And I know one of the things that's close to my heart is talking about how to actually homeschool as you go through things that happen in life, because no year is going to just be smooth sailing. And you're always going to come up. There's just going to be events that happen. There's going to be life that happens. And I know for our family, some of those life things have been really hard and heavy life things and major changes and trauma. And so it's really important to me to be able to help others be able to homeschool through all of life's experiences without feeling like you've got to stop and, I'm going to have to put them in public school.
Exactly.
Just because life happens.
Yes. I know.
Even so little as we homeschool year round. We don't stop, but that means that we do get to stop when life happens, or we get to stop if somebody's getting married and we're going to travel, or we're going to help them set up a wedding for a couple of weeks. We get to stop whenever we want to because we're homeschooling year round.
Yes.
Outside the fact that I found when they were younger, after about 2 weeks of break, they were awful. I love my kids.
Maybe
they were not pleasant to be around, and I couldn't keep up with them.
Yeah.
So I found having that schedule year round just helps them mentally and everything. So we're all in much better shape, and they know what to expect. Absolutely. And then we can take a break. If it's a great day and we're going to go picnicking or letterboxing or go to the pool, we do it.
Absolutely.
It's not a big deal.
I love that. I know when I was a pretty new homeschool mom, I went to a mom's night out, and there were several newer homeschool moms, and then there were several more experienced homeschool moms. And I think the newer ones, we were very anxious and nervous and didn't know what we're doing, and one of the more experienced moms started talking about something, and one of them shared an experience that she had where she was trying to do math with her son. And they both got so frustrated that she threw the math book across the room. Now,
I've never done that.
I have never done that either.
I have done that.
But whenever she said that, it was just so real. She wasn't trying to, put on a front, oh, I'm such a good homeschool mom, And she shared that, and I think all of us at the table,
go away.
We breathe. It was like we just let out a breath, okay, we can do this. It's so important to share your authentic experiences, the things you've been through, where you are, where you need help, where you can help others. It's so important.
Because what you think is something little or a little stumbling block or something, just somebody else knowing that you've experienced that could mean everything to the person that's struggling in that moment.
Absolutely.
And we've all struggled with all kinds of things. So we definitely need to be, like we talked about last time, being in groups and fellowshipping with other people and opening up and sharing and asking all the questions that you need to ask, not holding that in. We all have something to share to help everybody else go through this journey.
100%.
It's just
I
a really
love
nice
that. That's
thing.
so awesome. All right. Now we want to, before we sign off on this episode, we have some things we want to share with you that NCHE is offering. And first up, we want to give you some information about a great opportunity for a free, my favorite
Like that word,
free chess workshop that is happening on Monday, September 23rd from 10 to 11 a.m. It is via Zoom, so it doesn't matter where you are located.
That's right.
Stephen Bloom, founder of Bloom and Chess, and he is a former Quebec chess champion. He loves sharing his passion for the game with young players.
You said Quebec so well.
Oh, thank you. I think he's done this before, and
yeah, he really enjoys
he does.
teaching this, and he has great skills to just all age levels. He's so good.
Yeah,
He's very interactive. It's just really, really good. And it is very hands-on. He engages with all the different ages from beginning to experienced. There is a pre-registration required. And it is free. You just need to go on and give your information. And so if you go to the NCHE website, under the activities tab, if you just scroll over that, the little drop-down menu will come up. And right at the very bottom, it gives you the chess information, because that's something that goes on year-round. There's always activities for the Chess Network. So you can go out there and pre-register for that event.
Wonderful. And our events coordinator is Evelyn Bickley. She does so much for NCHE. She does such a great job coordinating field trips. She works with sports and scholarships. She does a wonderful job providing and facilitating these opportunities for homeschoolers across the state. She's just so amazing.
I love her. She's amazing and wonderful. She always has a smile. She's always there to help and pray with you, and she's just a wonderful, wonderful person. And she has created a wonderful lineup of field trips for us this year. Mm-hmm. And so the first one is already sold out, I think, at this point in time, for the Tiger World Endangered Wildlife Preserve. That's in September. They had it the 20th, and that sold out, and then they offered it 2 times on the 27th. There might be a spot or 2 left on the afternoon session for the 27th. You can go online and look at that.
Mm-hmm. And then on December 18th, she has a schedule for the Charlotte Ballet to see the Nutcracker. I love the Nutcracker. My oldest daughter was a ballet dancer, and she was in the Nutcracker for, I think, 10 years in a row. So we saw it many times, but it is wonderful. And I know that we have been offering this opportunity to go see the Nutcracker, and the Charlotte Ballet is wonderful. So definitely.
It kind of makes Christmas when you get to do these things that happen every year.
I know.
And that one always sells out too.
It does.
In January, on January the 7th, is the Game Nights with the Charlotte Hornets. That's another one that she organizes for us every year. Mm-hmm. And so not only for this event are the ticket prices reduced from if you went and got a normal ticket, but they give us all kind of extras as the homeschoolers. You get to go out on the practice court and on the main court for part of the time and dribble around and take some shots and just have a good time with the players. And they give us quite a bit of time. I think it's several hours earlier.
They do
get a little bit of time out there.
Yeah, it's really fun. They get to be out on the floor. They get to hold the flag during the national anthem, some of them, and some of the kids get to do a high five tunnel as the players run on the court. It's really special. We've done it a couple of times, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great
make it a memorable event.
For sure.
Great for the kids. It's really, really great.
Yes. Then in April, there's going to be a trip to the Biltmore House. This is exciting now. So Biltmore House does offer homeschool days, and this is not that. This is different from that. It's actually just for NCHE, yes. And it's going to be a wonderful opportunity. We're going to have access to the entire house and grounds, which is a little bit different from
Yes.
the homeschool days that they offer. So I just encourage you, keep checking out the activities page at nche.com. Keep checking out our Facebook page. We will be publicizing all these opportunities as they come up, as it's time to register for them. You always go on the website to get tickets for these field trips.
It's going to be a great year because she has a couple more things up her sleeve that aren't out there yet. So it's going to be so much fun.
It
really
really
look forward to it.
is. Yes, me too. So great. And I know different ones of us on the board facilitate those field trips. So maybe we'll get to meet you out and about. That sounds great.
Now that I live in the middle of the state, I get to go both directions.
That's awesome. I love it. So great. All right. I think that's all we have for you today. So until next time.
Until next time, we look forward to seeing you again.
Bye-bye.